Hi, my name is Pat Sloan. I am the Woodstock Minor Hockey Initiation Director, and I'm in charge of running the Peanuts program at our minor hockey with the Under 5 Learn to Skate program. Unfortunately, normally we would have a preseason meeting where I get to meet with the kids and meet with all the parents and possibly recruit some coaches to help out on the ice. But obviously, with COVID, that just isn't a possibility. So, this is kind of the next best thing. So, I'm going to kind of quickly run through a lot of the stuff that you can expect. My apologies for it being so late this year. We've had a rush of late registrations, which is awesome. COVID rules and restrictions, which are changing almost hourly, and it's been hard to keep up with stuff like that. But I hope to answer a lot of your questions. I know people have been sending me emails. Please keep sending me emails if you have questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Um, but let's just kind of jump in. Um, we live in interesting times. Um, Obviously, it's great that hockey is back on the ice. We're hoping that everything is going to go smoothly this year. It looks like we are actually headed in the right direction. But we are bound by Board of Health and City of Woodstock facility rules this year. These are not our rules, but and these are not negotiable. Some things. Anyone players under 11 and under will be required to come dressed, and they'll put on their skates in the assigned area. Mask must be worn by everyone entering the building. Keep your mask on till you put your hockey helmet on. Uh, there will be a health screening. It says attachment, but I'll send it out in the email. Um, we're working right now on getting an app set up for everybody so that this doesn't have to be done at the front door. You can do your screening on your way to the arena, and then you just have to show basically your check mark as you come in saying that you've done the health screening. Um, when you get to the arena, you're not going to be allowed in until the first 15 minutes. So please arrive about 30 minutes before your scheduled ice time to check in. Uh, there'll be about 15 minutes at the door. It is really imperative that everybody is there and checked in prior to the 15 minutes before their ice time, because when the doors open, the arena staff is going to let you in, and then they'll simply lock the doors behind you. So late stragglers are going to have difficulty getting in the door. So please make sure you are there 30 minutes in advance to get ready to go in at the 15-minute mark. Once you come in, sanitize your hands upon arriving at the arena, before and after leaving the ice service, when leaving the dressing room, and upon leaving the facility. When you get into the arena, there's limited dressing rooms. You're going to go to the assigned area or dressing room. On either pad, the arena staff will tell you which direction to go. And as always, maintain social distance including on the ice. Water bottles, please make sure that players have their own water bottle. Do not share with anyone. Make sure that they are labeled. Because if you forget your water bottle, the arena staff will simply put it in the garbage. There is no lost and found this year due to COVID restrictions. Now, it does say water fountains will not be available. That is not true. They are available to fill up water bottles in the hallways. There is no spitting on the floors or on the ice. If you're caught doing this, you'll be immediately asked to leave the building. Once your ice time is over, you have 15 minutes to leave the assigned area, and this should be done as a group. Uh, no Timmies, no outside food or beverages are permitted inside the arena. If a player does not feel well, please have them stay at home. We've been very lucky the last 2 years not to have any COVID quarantines within our program, and we want to keep that up. Now, this is a very contentious issue. This is a new one this year, vaccine passports. And please note, these are city rules and not Woodstock minor hockey. And it does get kind of confusing. But let's be clear. As of September 22nd, any spectators, including parents and siblings, have to provide proof of vaccination at the doors of the arena to facility staff in order to enter. So make sure if you've got your vaccines, you've downloaded your receipt, you got it on your phone, because they will be asking you at the door to show it. Now, coaches and officials of minor hockey, they must provide proof of first vaccine before September 22nd. Um, Coaches, you should have already received an email from me with a link on where to download your vaccine receipts so that the city can check you off the list so that you can just go into the arena. You do have until October 31st to be fully vaccinated, but you should have already had your first vaccine by September 17th. and be in the process of getting fully vaccinated. So if you haven't already downloaded that to Woodstock Minor Hockey, please do that before next weekend. It'll save a lot of time and trouble at the main doors. Um, Teams. Let's get into the fun stuff. So the Learn to Skate program groups, I will be working on this weekend. We are still getting new registrations daily. Coaches have to be in place before I can start assigning skaters to particular groups. And please note that we are still looking for some more help on the ice. There's a lot of fun. It is an absolute blast. I don't know who has more fun out there, me and the coaches or the kids. But the more hands on deck to help these little ones get up and skating, the better. If you have not already contacted me, but are interested in coming out on the ice to help out, there is a Peanuts coaches meeting this Saturday, 11:30, at the front doors of the arena. It won't be long, maybe about 30 minutes. Chances are we're probably going to be meeting outside in the parking lot because we're not allowed to meet inside the building. You will be receiving an email from me early next week indicating which ice time and team your little hockey player is going to be on. Make sure you check the WoodstockMinorHockey.com website for times. We start next Saturday on October the 15th. So for coaches, and again, you should have received an email with all this, please note that at the bare minimum, you need the following. You need a police check, and you need respect in sport for coaches. The hard copy of the police check, please send that or give that directly to me. Don't drop it off in any mailboxes. That comes right to me. The Respecting Coaches goes on a Hockey Canada. When you complete it, it goes to a Hockey Canada database, and minor hockey later on in the year when they're doing rosters will check to make sure that you've completed it. And if you don't, I get a nasty phone call from Alliance saying, pull this guy off the ice. We don't want that. So please make sure that is done. Um, both of these should be in process right now. You don't need to have them done by next Saturday, but please make sure they are in process. We don't want to be chasing guys into November and September for these. Um, Parents, you're not off the hook. Anybody involved in minor hockey under Hockey Canada also has to complete a respect in sport. Please make sure, or please note, there are two versions. There's the parent version of respect in sport, which somebody in your household has to do. And then if you're a coach, there is the coach version of respect in sport, and that has to be done by anybody involved. And the coach version, if you're doing minor soccer, minor baseball, they're all going to ask for it. Once you do it, it's one and done. You don't have to do it every season. Okay, so if you do it this right now and you're planning on coaching soccer or baseball in the summer, you've already got it done. Okay, if you got an older children and you've already done the parent version of respect in sport, you don't need to redo it. You're good to go. Again, it is just one and done. Peanut parents will need to complete this, however, if this is your first hockey player coming into the system. And as I said, please note that it is different than the parent version. Both are one-time courses. You don't have to do them again, and both are offered online. And you can get the link through the Woodstock Minor Hockey website. Philosophy of the program basically is this. How a player gets their initial taste of hockey is crucial. That first couple of weeks is so important that they have some fun and that they have a positive experience full of fun and excitement. If the beginner has fun, he'll develop basic skills and build confidence. There's a better chance that they'll go on to enjoy hockey for a lifetime. So our goal is to have fun and build confidence. The skating skills will be developed, but not at the expense of just enjoying their time out there. So again, coaches, just enjoy yourself. If you're having fun, they're having fun. Uh, Peanuts, this is not a hockey league. This is a learn to skate program. So our first day is literally how to fall down and how to get up. Within that philosophy, please note, players will not even need sticks until probably into November. You'll get a heads up, usually a week or two in advance. But they need to learn to balance and get up on their own without having the crutch of the hockey stick to worry about. Once they get out of Peanuts, Tykes and Pre-Novice is a gradual introduction into hockey as we know it. Many of you have been sending me emails asking what equipment is needed. I will include this graphic as an attachment to the email. Couple of things on this. Jersey is supplied, and we'll talk about that in a second. Socks are not, okay? On the graphic, it does say mouth guard. Please note you are not required to have a mouth guard. Alliance does not require it. Other OMHA does, but our league does not. There's kind of conflicting research and evidence as to whether or not it obstructs breathing, especially in younger kids, whether it triggers um, exercise-induced asthma, and quite frankly, in kids this small, um, it really is kind of a choking hazard, and it's very hard to find a mouth guard to actually that fits them that small. If you want to get a dentist to fit one, awesome. I know that sometimes there's dentists who do free fittings, sometimes once a year. That's great, but it is not a requirement to have a mouth guard. But everything else on this list is required. The big thing that most people forget is the neck guard. Make sure they've got a neck guard. Um, and so next Saturday, what's it going to look like? Well, there are two groups, and as I said, I'm going to be putting them into groups this weekend. Roughly about 24 skaters in each group. There's an 11-15 and a 12-15. Within these groups, we have three groups of about 8. We have a Batman group, a Superman group, and a Spider-Man group. That's important for you to know because, and we'll get into this, you're going to have to put it on their helmet so we know which kid is which. The first 5 to 10 minutes is generally a free skate where the kids just kind of get out on the ice. The first day, it's literally going to be a half hour of them getting from the door to the center ice, and then a half hour from them getting from the center ice back to the door. Okay, we're going to teach them right from day one. This is how you stand up, and this is how you get up. You're going to be shocked by probably November. Those kids that are on the ice that are flopping around like dead fishes on the beach, they're going to be whipping around the ice like crazy once they actually learn to get their feet underneath them, and away they go. After the first 10 minutes, we get into a large group activity game. We'll play games like cops and robbers or something along that line. And then we'll break into our three groups. So our Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man group for the next 30 minutes, where they will run into kind of a simple drill um, with the group instructors. They'll work on a particular skill for about 8 to 10 minutes. And on the whistle, they'll move from to a different zone to do a different skill. Uh, I design the entire practices, so coaches, you don't have to do anything other than read the practice plan and follow it when you get on the ice. Finally, we do a small area game or pond hockey to finish up. Um, Now, prior to each week, I will email everybody, and on this email, you should have the practice plan for next week, coaches and parents. But every week, I'll email you the practice plan for the coming Saturday. Um, Please note, especially with this age group, sometimes things change on the fly. We'll change things up, so you may get a practice plan and to be sitting there on Saturday going, "Well, that's not what is on the practice plan." We will adjust things on the fly to make sure every kid is having fun out there. Um, so as I said, you'll find attached to this email next Saturday's practice plan. Jerseys. Obviously, next Saturday is going to be crazy. Getting the kids out on the ice. We don't want to be worrying about jerseys. So I've set up 2 jersey pickup times. All of these are at the front doors of the arena. I will be standing outside at Sunday, September 26th, from 12:30 1:30 p.m. this Sunday with jerseys. You can bring your little one up. Introduce yourself and whatnot, and I will present them with their first jersey. I'll also be doing it Monday, September 27th at 5 to 6 p.m. Okay, so hopefully we can get all of the jerseys handed out before Monday so that we're not worrying about that on Saturday. If either one of these times don't fit, send me a quick email. We can probably work out something for you to pick up the jersey outside of these times. Okay. Um, all the jerseys are green and crested on the front. As I said, there's going to be a lot of green jerseys out there. If you take your jersey to Sorcerer Sports on Norwich Ave, they will put the number on for free. If you'd like to put your son's name or nickname on the jersey, I think there's a charge of $8 or $9. Um, there is no restriction on numbers or jerseys, so if 7 or 8 people think their little hockey player can live up to number 99, go for it. I don't care what you want to put on the back of the jersey. Okay. With helmets, please make sure that your player's name is clearly marked on the front and back of the helmet. This can be done with a white hockey tape and black marker, as well as for peanuts. Make sure on the top of the helmet you marked a group, Batman, Spider-Man, or Superman. That way, when we're looking down on the kids, we know which, and we're dividing them up, we know which group we have to, and what direction we have to send the kids when we break them up into smaller groups. Okay. Thanks, and looking forward to a great season. I'm really hoping to see all you guys on Sunday or Monday. And I said, if you have any other additional questions, please don't hesitate to send me a quick email and I